All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We are the most of the NAT30s, and we are continuing with our Bums of Greenest main campaign tonight. The Bums of Greenest do Tyranny of Dragons, plus extras. So I see, hi, John Smith. I see Initiative League represented in the chat. We are going to roll through our announcements and then get started with tonight's potentially somber session. So take it away, Annie.
Don't remind me.
So,
I just want to thank our partners. We're part of the Compound Network, which is a collaborative of South Coast Massachusetts creatives, including 3D printers, MIDI painters, and gamers. Some of those include our very own Brush Liquor, Lead Brush Liquor, isn't that the name of the Brush Republic? Fusion Forge 3D printing, Morel 3D prints, my personal favorite, just because of the name, the Clockwise. I'm all flustered. I'm sorry. All I can think about is Zan, or not Zan, whatever we're gonna call him now.
The character formerly known as Zan.
Yeah, like now is just a symbol left in the orb.
Really, just like a cursive X.
And that might be the new word of the week. I don't know what the word of the week's gonna be, but probably something to do with Zan, which he's gonna tell you about. I don't know where he is from me. Take it away.
Who? Which one? Oh, okay.
Gentlemen.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, talking about word of the week. It's undetermined right now, I believe. Yep, to be determined. So when we come up with word of the week, which you guys are welcome to throw out suggestions as always. What we do is you guys can head to the Armory. We have 3 local stores that we're paired up with. The Armory in Fairhaven, Tabletop Games in Westport, and New England Comics in New Bedford. These are all local South Coast hobby and game stores. When you go there, you can. God, I'm flustered too because now all I can think of is like, thanks, Annie. Oh, now all I can think of is poor Zan. You go to those 3 stores, any 1, 2, or 3 of them, hopefully all 3, and you can enter in the word of the week. You can write down a little paper, pop it in the jar, and you guys get put into a drawing to hopefully win a $10 gift card. Good for one of those stores, whichever one you apply at. And hopefully you do all 3, go around, shop, support the people that support us, and it's all good. All right. Speaking of us, Zan, Pat, it's your turn, buddy.
We can't call him that anymore.
I know.
You gotta get it out. I
can't. What if my Zan 2024 shirt's gonna be just collector's edition?
It's collector's item now.
He didn't make it to 2024. Literally, my girlfriend asked me, "Are you gonna cry tonight?" I said, "Probably."
Oh, no.
She's like, "Are you gonna really for real cry?" I said, "Probably."
Oh no, I'm gonna cry. But before I do, please come and join our Patreon that we just launched.
You can get special access to Zan's
You can get
tears.
special access. We might actually ship bottles of tears directly to your house that are collected tonight. Everyone, get the cups ready.
It's a magic item.
If you sign up right now, we might actually do this. I give you no guarantees because I am just speaking into a camera. But anyway, so on our Patreon, we have 2 tiers. We have a $1 tier and a $2.50 tier. Access to these tiers give you a different variety of things, including some of Izzy's DM prep notes, her homebrew items, character sheets, some background lore, and it also gives you an automatic entry into our free monthly giveaway. So you can save those critties during the session and have our lovely Micaiah do another great serenade. So if you join the Patreon, you're automatically entered in. And I just want to give a quick shout out to our newest Patreon supporters. We have the Bearded Fortress and Dark Dramer. And moving on, I'm gonna send it to Cuba. I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction. I'm waiting for the Twitch to catch up, so I know next time which way to point.
Well, another fantastic way to support us if you
Oh
don't...
no, I was completely wrong. I'm pointing off screen.
If you don't want to subscribe on Twitch or join Patreon, you can support us by buying our merch on TeePublic. The NAT30s, look us up there. It's also in our link tree on our Instagram. There are sales twice a month, usually like a week or two every other week, every month, and you get awesome shirts like the one that Eric is wearing over there. I'm contemplating about retiring the Zan 2024 shirt now because make it a sought after item. The Baldur's Gate, the Erdnot shirt, Rebuttal Tavern shirt is going to be retired and slightly altered. Just a heads up, because the DM is worried about copyright infringement while I am not. So I'm going to take that down after next week's sale, and I will put it back up slightly changed. So if you do like the Baldur's Gate shirt and want to get it, you have this week and next week to get the original version, and then it will be gone forever.
I have both of those original versions.
Original
I'm gonna be
versions.
so rich. I have the Blue Bottle Tavern and Zan 2024, both soon to be retired T-shirts.
Yes, Wizards
So
of
I
the
gotta
Coast.
get them both now.
Wizards of the Coast has it very specifically on their website that locations are trademarked. So, and they request, even respectfully, to not sell things that have their trademarked stuff on it without their permission. So,
I have not gotten a takedown notice.
I know,
so.
but it's kind of, the principle of it all. So, and then the last thing.
We can see who the moral compass is of this group.
Speaking of our items that we have available, we are doing our giveaway for the month of February. It is a Heroes Feast D&D cookbook. I did also get 3 additional books that are going to hopefully hold us over for at least a couple months for our giveaways, but I'll show those as they come up. And you can use your critties to enter into the giveaway as many times as you want. You can also use your brawling and battling in the chat to get points, which you can use to get extra tickets. And then also we've got a Discord only creative contest going on where you can submit a creative character that you've made on heroforge.com, and anybody can do it. It's totally free to do. You just create a character and then you can do a screenshot, and then we'll have everybody in Discord vote on their favorite, and that person gets 2 entries into the giveaway for the month. Another thing that we are doing this week, and we're going to see how it goes, is everything that you all give to the channel, whether it's donations, subscriptions, or bits, all of that is being added up, and we are going to hand it over to Nat Awesome for her puppy. She's trying to afford a surgery that he needs on his spine. That you're going to see this puppy love. Let's see, the puppy love command pop up here and there over the next few days as when I remember to do it, hopefully. And you can always type it in as well when you see the card come up if you want more information about how to do a donation. But anything that you give, it's going there anyway. So we have already gathered quite a bit, and once we get to the final tally, I will be showing that to everybody and putting it up on our overlay. So with that, I think we might be ready to play. All right, so
But
Yeah.
Are we ready?
I'm gonna run our intro and we'll see how it goes.
I'm fine.
Bye, everyone.
See you later, buddy. What's his name? Pyle blows out Gunny's his head off. Just sad.
No, he doesn't. He shoots him in the chest with the rifle. He eats his own gun.
Oh, that's what it is. And we're back.
We're just talking about Full Metal Jacket. You know, classic movie conversation during the intro.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, look at Annie's background.
So, we rejoin the Bums of Greenest, catching your breath in the forest, or fields and forests outside of Fool's Hope, about definitely a little bit more than a mile or two. Erdnot's hunter's mark fading behind him as the deep gnomes that you had been chased by as you escaped from the Fool's Hope semi-abandoned mine, stayed behind. You dashed through the night, Avedon summoning Boris to her side, who picked her up, a brick red with glitter, and the donkey Carrot still tied to his head. He made sure she was all right, and you ran off into the forest through the town. One less than you entered the mine with. So, about, we'll say, maybe 15-20 minutes of running through as you kind of have to make your way through some rough terrain. We rejoin you all, catching your breath. About 9:30. The sun is definitely gone down. Avedon is crying gently a little bit against Boris's neck, and you all take a moment to look around and see where you are. In that moment, you do notice. You do notice that Boris seems to almost be a little bit more celestial looking, a little bit more glittery than usual, and you hear him as he's standing there kind of consoling Avedon. You hear him let her know that he's not supposed to be there, and he had felt that you needed me, but I can't stay. But summon me back in the morning. I'll be back, okay? And nuzzles her a little bit, and she's like, okay. And then he just kind of poofs out because DM mistake, she can only summon him once a day. So he is gone. You all stand in the forest, the small forest that you had emerged from when you first entered Fool's Hope. Unsure of what to do next exactly, but Vidania staring back in the direction of the mine, and although you can't see the town anymore, and Abaddon kind of wiping a tear away from her black eyes. What are you doing?
How far are we? How far are we from the mine in the
You're
town?
probably about 2 miles out.
And we're sure that they didn't follow us.
You traveled far enough where your hunter's mark faded from that one that you had marked, and I believe it's within a mile, right?
I think it's like 60 feet.
Oh, I thought it was a mile for hunter's mark. So you feel, you make a perception check.
The good roll's starting already. Lucky number 7.
Looking around, taking a
Hey,
moment.
at least it's not a nat 1.
Yeah, you take a moment to look around and take a listen, and you don't hear anything other than just the sounds of the forest.
All right. I don't think they'll follow us. They don't have advantage without the holes in the cave walls. Best to set up camp.
Eric's just gonna wordlessly start setting up some stuff, starting a fire, the whole thing.
Makai is gonna help Arik do that silently.
Are we gonna get like a long rest in, or are we just so flabbergasted that we're all gonna just suffer exhaustion the next day?
It's 10 o'clock at night, so it's really up to you what you guys want to do.
Well, because if we're not gonna rest, I can cast something that's gonna heal like everybody's wounds a bit in one shot, but like it's not gonna help us if we're dragging ass the next day.
If you do not sleep, then yes, you will suffer a point of exhaustion. You have a 2-day journey ahead of you. I think you're not awesome.
So Eric already started setting up camp. So
Well, I didn't say we were gonna move through the night. I just didn't know if like people would be too like in shock to sleep.
Not unless you mechanically, no.
No.
But that would be up to you as players to determine if you felt that way.
Yeah, I feel like
When
everybody
that-
deals with things differently too.
when that adrenaline wears off of what just happened, I mean, I know I crash.
Or not would summon Gildan.
You can't.
You can't?
I'm pretty sure you can only
you can.
find Steed once a day, right?
I don't think so. It's once per long rest.
Yeah. So you haven't had a long rest since you summoned him, right?
I summoned him when we left like 3 days ago or 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. All right. So Gildan, in a poof of dirt, is there.
I like in her tone when she was like, "Oh, okay." It was like, "Oh, all right, fuck you." And then when she brought this beautiful celestial battle boar or whatever, she's like, "Yeah." It shows up in a clump of dirt.
Well, that's how he appeared when he was appearing next to Boris, at least from what I remember.
Yeah, I would, or not would, he would just kind of give him a pet, and you go, I need you to guard the perimeter. Probably didn't need to say that out loud because we have a mental connection, but, you know, old habits.
Okay. What's the perimeter?
Just
Like in a circle around you guys
circle around, around
immediately, or
our encampment.
in a like wide circle, like 20 feet around you, or like quarter of a mile around you?
No, like it's dark. He might be celestial. I don't know if he had. I don't think it says he has like dark vision or anything. So probably just has the regular eyesight of a boar. So
Okay.
just within eyes shot of the camp.
Okay.
Just the guard boar.
All right. So as you all are setting up camp, you can see Vidania seems to be kind of pacing around. She's on high alert, watching out into the woods, and like also chatting a little bit with BB on her chest, who critted for 21 points of damage, with the thanks to chat, of course, but critted for 21 points of damage, this creature that can do on average 3 points of damage. So she's just kind of like, thank you, BB. Thank you. And Abaddon is just like sitting, sulking a little bit near the fire. Once you get the fire started, just quietly sitting there looking at it, not saying much.
So we're all just sitting around the fire now?
Yeah.
So
Or not will be writing in his little black book.
So Erdnot, when you reach into your pack to grab your little black book, you also notice the journal that you had grabbed from
They're
the...
gonna say another orb.
Roll
It
a
was
con
in-
check. Roll a con save.
it was in your bag the whole time.
You also notice the journal from the foreman the foreman's table that you had grabbed when you guys were first.
Oh shit! Forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right. I'll look at that before I write in there.
Okay. So, pulling up this, you open up this like really beaten, weathered journal. It's not falling apart despite having been untouched for many years, but when you read it, you see that it appears to be the writings of a foreman of the mine. There are notes on different pages about the supplies that are being brought into camp. There's a meticulous inventory of the gemstones that were found and how they were being divided for transport to the various cities and towns in the area. There are general notes about employee morale, and then, of course, very, very clear and detailed notes on any deaths that may have occurred, as mining is a very dangerous occupation. And then, as expected, you kind of like go through all the boring stuff and then flip to the back and start going forwards that way or backwards, and you notice at the end, the final pages of the journal, they vaguely discuss that some of the men had been hearing whispering and voices that were making them feel confused or scared. And then on a few occasions, some of them even randomly attacked others in the mining party, just no explanation. You guys didn't have that happen to you, but it was a thing that could have happened. The last page then also mentions a glowing orb that one of the miners supposedly touched, and they felt their mind being invaded. And then there were several witnesses to the orb, but the foreman said that he never saw it himself. And then the journal ends with an entry that discusses how 2 of the miners went missing, and with everything else that had been happening recently, the rest of his crew refused to work and they were leaving en masse. So that is the gist of what you read.
Do I get the impression that like they found the orb like through the mining, like they're chipping away at the wall and
There is no mention.
Dislodged it.
There's no mention of how it was found. The foreman didn't even see it himself, just that others had seen it and someone had touched it, and then people decided to leave after the two people went.
This is probably not at all what actually happened, but in my head, that dude that touched it attacked another guy, and then they combined into like a person, and then like all the other miners like that they attacked just combined into this blob of eyes and teeth, and that's how the monster came about.
That's actually what I was thinking.
Because that would be awesome.
That's what I thought it was. Like a bunch of people who went crazy.
Yeah, it's just the leftover blob of miners.
That sounds like one of those horrible mangas from who's that guy who did Spiral? He does all the horror mangas. If you guys read them, is he?
I'm not up on my mangas.
No.
I was like, damn. I thought
Or is
you
it
would know.
mangas? I don't remember how to say it.
I don't know.
A mangas. And it makes no mention of the gnomes.
I think those are the whispers.
I think the whispers are they come from the orb.
There is no mention of the gnomes in the foreman's journal.
Didn't when we were in the cave, weren't they whispering? Oh no, that was the clicking clacking of.
Well, they were whispering to each other. They were like saying words, and maybe they were affected by them. Maybe. What are you talking about this in character?
I mean, we might as well.
Aye.
We haven't done much talking yet.
Right. We're all just sitting here breaking the fourth wall. They were whispering, talking amongst themselves, saying the same things over and over. I don't know if it mentally affected them. Perhaps one of them touched it as well.
What does it say of that? The man who, the person who touched it. Does it say? Or not?
He went mad, attacked others.
Well, if something like that, you say Zan, he disappeared. Yes?
Aye.
If something magic like that can have more than one effect, I don't want to believe Zan's dead. So maybe he's not.
Maybe, but he's not here now.
It's just that easy for
You're
you.
a cold-hearted son of a bitch. You're not.
I have lost many companions, lad. It's never easy, but it's something you must accept. He died heroically, or disappeared heroically.
I'm not willing to
terrible beastie.
accept this. I think we need to find a time travel spell. We need to go find somebody that can help us. We have to get Zan back. We have to try.
Or at least find out exactly what happened.
Well, the
We should
wizard
talk
wants
to
this
them.
for study. Best we can do is tell him to share any information he discovers about it with us. If Zan lives, then he's the only one I fear he's the only one that can tell us where he is, if he lives.
If he lives. If he lives.
His name will not be forgotten. We are successful in bringing Dratha back. I will see to it that songs will be written and his tale will be told.
I don't want songs or a tale. I want Zan.
Abaddon goes, me too.
Aye, but Zan was just a mortal. Songs and tales last forever.
He still has unfinished business here. Even if he's dead. months ago, I promised him and he promised me that if one of us were to fall, that we would take up the other's mission, the other's quest.
Find
So-
this Goliath, yes?
Yes. So no matter what happens with Zan, whether he's dead or alive or something in between, this Cain Goliath, he still dies.
This Cain is evil. Zan was an honorable man. I will agree to this.
Stop saying was. He might be alive.
Danya comes over and sits down next to Abaddon. She doesn't say much, just kind of sits there and is they're both just listening to you all talking.
Ernot will suddenly point at Vidanya's chest and say, "That came in very handy. I'm very surprised. Terrified of it, but surprised."
And she just kind of smiles and pets Phoebe, like, working. Sometimes things aren't as bad as they seem. You gotta give people a chance.
Nobody is hearing like the voices or the whispers from the orb since we've left the cave, right?
So the orb is wrapped up in Arik's possession, from what I recall. You all did not. You kind of rushed out of there. So it is.
Does he have it? I thought we dumped it in the bag of holding.
I don't remember you saying that, but either way, it's.
I think he recommended it, but I think it was such a go that I didn't state.
Yeah, I think Arik has it in his pack, from what I remember. I was trying to keep track of where it was, but it's wrapped up. You do not, at the moment, hear any whispers or anything coming from the orb.
Can I don't know if it's. And you keep talking amongst yourselves if you want. I just want to.
Ernot, why don't you?
Yeah.
Do you have any of that mead left?
Aye. Good.
I think this is.
Pull this special mead out.
I think this is any situation that outright demands it.
He'll take a shot and pass it around so everyone else can take a shot.
Well, Arik will take it, and then, meaning no disrespect to Ernot, he'll do the one for me, pour one out for the homies.
Don't pour that out. There is no more of it in the whole world.
It's for Zan.
Zan has no mouth on the ground.
Quiet, old man. Quiet. And then I'll pass it to Micaiah.
Kaya's gonna take a relatively large swig.
Okay.
And she can't really take this anymore. So she's all of a sudden wild shapes, kind of under her control, but also not kind of under control because she's so upset, into a fox. Almost an exact replica of the fox that Zan carved for her. And is just going to lay down near the fire.
If you took a big swig, I don't know if the DM wants to make you roll any sort of constitution. I mean, it is a dwarven alcohol.
Yeah, I was gonna have everybody roll. So Vidania grabs the drink before it falls to the ground. When Micaiah is just grabs it. She takes a swig, hands it over to Abaddon, who she takes just a little sip. Nothing crazy. I'm not gonna have Abaddon roll, but everybody else you can make. It's either you can still wild shape, but you can.
Do I need a roll?
Huh?
I need a roll.
No, it's your stuff. So I would say unless he's intentionally drinking enough to feel something, but everybody else you can make con save.
Yeah, feel something. Nice choice of words, since apparently Ernot has a heart of fucking stone.
Erdnot
Zan,
is
Right?
dead.
IRL.
Zan died
Micaiah
right
does not
in
like
front
Erdnot
of
right
his
now. Micaiah wants
eyes.
to punch Erdnot in the face right now.
Zan was within arm's reach of Erdnot.
2
He
hours later, he's
Erdnot
like,
was in a state of shock. Erdnot totally forgot about the diamonds and everything. Erdnot honestly didn't hear a goddamn thing until everybody's like, "We gotta run out of the cave," and I'm like, "What? Okay."
I just love the idea that in this conversation, though, Erdnot comes off as like, "Oi, boy, he's been dead for 2 hours. Get over it. You'll make more friends." It's like, fuck.
So Vidania
He's a
gets
dwarf.
Vidania with a nat 20. She's like, she takes a big swig of it, and then she's like, whew. She hands it off to Abaddon, who's just like, and
So,
Abaddon
did you
hands it
say,
back to
uh,
Erdnot.
Is that a Constitution check or a saving throw?
Save. There you go. You guys are all fine.
Oh,
Were all these fucking good rolls Saturday?
17, 19, 20, or nat 20 minus 1 for 19.
remind me of Zan's Nat 1.
Alright, so, is there anything else that you want to do? The night is, you are all kind of sitting there, Abaddon sniffling here and there. Like, I wish I could get Boris.
Erdnot's just gonna chronicle all this down.
Okay.
He tends to do.
Arik will clean his weapons and armor as usual, and think about how he's taken on this task now for Zan, and try to square that in his mind about his promise to Leah about being back in time and all the complications that this is going to entail. But still, his mind
Like,
and heart.
Leah, I've got like this fucking growing list here.
You gotta understand, sweetheart. There's a reason I'm gonna be late. I know I
Like,
promised you.
Everybody I come across, I swear an oath that I will take care of them once.
I'm trying to save the world. I gotta kill a Goliath. My boy just died. Please, come on.
So.
I can just see her like, Leah's like, really? That sounds like a lot of bullshit to me. You said you'd be
Again.
back. You know, every time I ask you to do the dishes, Arik, you know, just some friend dies, you have to save the world.
This is the third blood oath this month.
So, you,
Kaya's gonna make weird fox sounds.
weird fox sounds?
Yeah, do you ever hear the weird
Oh, yeah.
sounds like fox? Yeah.
I was gonna
Oh, I thought you
ask
meant like
somebody else to go,
when they.
I just wanted somebody to say, what does the fox say?
I thought you were talking about like how they scream like
Yeah,
women
they
being
shriek
murdered.
like they're being-
'cause
Oh,
that's
they do.
So
Yeah,
horrible.
they do.
That would be.
You ever hear
They're very sly, elegant
I just-
creatures. They have very
I just died
strange
thinking about Micaiah being like, I'm gonna sing a serenade, but in fox form, and she's just like, like how?
That's exactly what it would sound like right now. Just a shriek of
like,
pain. Zan was Micaiah's first friend in this group.
Oh yeah, that's true. So, how are you guys handling this evening? Your camp is all set up.
Not very
A,
well.
a basic camp. Are you doing watches? How's this going?
Can't watch in full pairs anymore. But so Erdnot will take first watch with his hog. That sounded wrong.
Yeah. You can take watch with your pig.
Arik will see if Micaiah wants to take a watch with him.
Yes, she does.
A walk.
And
She's
then,
gonna stay in fox form.
A walk. Where?
No, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought I said
watch.
a walk. I'm like a walk in the middle of the night. Okay.
No. We're not doing. No, we're not doing that. What was in the
Not that
Philip
kind of thing.
James?
Yeah.
Go.
Wanna go for a walk?
Yeah.
Okay,
Go for
so Erdnot's first with Gildan.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for both of you.
Ah, fuck. I need to bring up his hog stats. Okay, I'm just gonna keep saying that.
I like that hog stats.
Hog stats. What is his perception? I don't know.
You know, it's somehow more disconcerting the fact that Pat's like square on the Twitch is just a black square. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have his character. It doesn't have like the Skype thing. It's just a black square. It's just like gone, death.
All right. Gildan rolled a 13, and Erdnot also rolled a 13. We are mentally linked.
Hey, Darius, no. Okay.
How's that book? Right? Did he win it, or was it someone else who won that book?
Ye Muffin won the book.
Ye Muffin.
Yeah,
Oh, I just totally. He's like, you son of a bitch.
I know. Sorry, Darius. He had the most entries, but Ye Muffin won. Sorry, Darius. No.
Not to rub it in.
So, you and Gildan linked. You're sitting here trying not too hard to think about Zan, but obviously impossible not to think about Zan. You can hear the owls in the background. A little bit of chirping of crickets, despite it being really quiet, because this is the sounds that I could find for the forest at night, despite the winter time. And the air is very clear. You kind of every once in a while are thinking about that arrow that pierced the tree, and Zan walking over and reading it, and thinking about the you and Zan sneaking through the doorway in Castle Naratar, and you letting him go ahead while you closed it, and that damn bird.
Oh.
It was a tactical
no.
decision in the moment.
Yeah, tactical mistake. Hey, there's lizards coming. Go through that door while I shut it, bait.
He was further ahead than I was. He got through the other door. I was not gonna make it before the fucking lizards came.
Urkop's been cold-hearted this whole time.
Thinking about
This was a plot from the beginning.
I think Erdnot's just trying to sacrifice Zan this whole time.
This whole time. It's been about sacrificing Zan. Just so we can make his limited edition 2024 Zan.
Capitalism strikes again.
Sure does. Gotta make Zan obsolete. Sell that t-shirt.
So thinking about all of this, Arik,
Don't you do it. I don't like the way you said that. That sounded super bad. Okay.
1 second.
Thinking about this, Arik, you suddenly die of a broken heart.
Seriously, the way she said that made
Now
my...
have
so
two
hot.
dead characters, guys.
Is it rolling
Tie
the...
us some more shirts.
Is it the D10?
Erdnot wakes
Nope.
up in the morning. Micaiah's dead of a broken heart. Eric's dead of a broken heart. He's doing that John Travolta, Pulp Fiction, like, confused meme.
I'm sorry. It seems he's lost the will to live. Was it the D10, Izzy, with the dream thing?
No.
All right, I'm suddenly concerned again. I thought that's what you... Okay.
Rolled 13. I mean, I should see something if it's gonna sneak up and stab him in his tent.
Sorry, 1
Sorry,
second.
we'll see how this goes. That was such a mini roller coaster for me right there. The way you said it and then you stopped. And my heart dropped. And then I thought, oh, yeah, I just got to roll a d10. No big deal. I'm close. Probably if I roll low, I'll have nightmares. You know, what's the big deal? Is it the d10? Nope. My heart dropped again.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I'm just looking at this.
You got 1 second? Just give me 30 seconds. I want to go check the fire real quick. Yeah, since you're going to be doing that.
You gotta make sure it's 90 degrees. It's probably only at about 85. Gotta turn it up 5 degrees. Micaiah is not feeling good right now. Guys.
Are you a drunk fox, or did you make your save?
No, I made my save.
Oh, okay.
She has 17. She's not drunk.
Yeah, I would have been drunk. It'd be
Very
at
upset.
least tipsy.
Yeah, maybe a little. She's feeling a little tingly at the end of her limbs. Other than that, she's good. You know what I think we should do? Somehow connect this adventure with your pirate adventure, right? And bring Sig in, and Pat can play Sig. Because I think Sig would be hilarious addition.
I don't know.
Sig's funny.
Would Sig want to give up a life at sea?
Probably not, yeah. I just like Sig, he's funny.
Alright.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
With a kid, well, a pregnant woman, and a 13-year-old in the house, I have to make sure it's 90, otherwise everyone's like, it's cold.
Sounds about right.
Love you. Bye.
Okay. Alright. You are jolted awake by the feeling of feel sliding into your body.
That's never a good sign.
And your eyes
That's
widen.
an understatement.
I need you in quick succession to it thunk into your stomach and chest. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
1 or 2?
2.
Ugh,
Ugh.
a 9 and a nat 1.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Falcone, what do you... Oh my god, it's happening. This is premeditated murder.
So
I know, it's all
you
pre-
take 58 points of damage as a short sword sticks into your chest, again into your stomach. You feel this poison pulse through your body, and you open up your eyes, and all you can see is a hooded, cloaked figure just over your body, sliding out the sword, and then moving to make another movement, and then your vision just goes black.
Wait a second. Where did this happen?
He's in wherever it is that he's sleeping. I need.
And no one can hear or see this?
This was a sneak attack, so now I need Erdnot to make a perception check, and Gildan.
So,
Or not, it's a 5. Do I have a reroll?
You have
Or... No, I have a
like
D6.
6 inspirations, but no reroll.
One of them was like a D6 that I could use, right?
One was a D6 inspiration, yes.
Can we stack these? I'm just gonna try to bump it
You
up.
can, yes, you can. You can roll all of them. Tell me how many you're using, and you can use them all.
I'll do the D6 and 2 D4s.
Okay.
damn.
Dude, I rolled a 5. I want to make sure I can see that you're being murdered. That's just a fucking 6. God damn. All
You
right.
still have
Yeah,
you still have
let's see.
3 more you can use.
Gildan got a 17.
Okay. So, Gildan,
Should have rolled that instead of wasting my inspirations.
Gildan like is sniffing out in another direction there. But you don't hear anything. Are you sure you don't want? Gildan does not hear or see anything. Are you sure you do not want to?
No, I'll use 2 more inspirations.
Okay.
And it's a fucking 2.
You've got 1 more.
I got 1 more. Oh, might as well fucking burn them all. And that's a 4.
All right. So,
I already lost track of the math.
yeah, it was sorry, 1 second. 6 plus 2 plus 5, 11, 12, 13. You both got 17s. No, you hear nothing.
Wow.
Hold on.
Just sitting there like,
And Micaiah doesn't hear anything
Micaiah's-
as a fox because she was like laying right next to
You're
him.
sleeping. You guys are you're on your watches. So I'll have you make a perception check to
don't
see if
die,
you can wake up.
motherfucker. I just wasted all my inspirations on you.
And Vidania is going to make a perception check as well. She's asleep, so your perception is going to have to be high. Oh shit, fucking Vidania. And she's also going to make a perception. Nope, that's nat 1. That's a 2 minus 1 for Avedon, 24 for Vidania. Micaiah,
Do I have any inspirations?
you do. You have 1 inspiration. What'd you get?
I rolled a 16. I got a 2, so I rolled 16 altogether.
Micaiah, you do not wake up. But Vidania does. With her 24. Vidania like stirs and like looks over. Does Arik sleep in a tent? It doesn't matter narratively, but does he sleep in the tent or is he sleeping out in the open? How does he sleep?
I probably at this point I assumed that we were all kind of sleeping out in the open. Didn't really set up tents, but I know when we were with the caravan we slept in tents, but I don't even know if we have tents. Like
Yeah, you guys
I don't
have
tents in my.
you have everything you can set up. You guys have all that stuff.
So.
So Vidania's eyes her eyelids flutter open and she looks over and she can see the figure over Arik, and she's gonna go, "Wake up!" and point. Somebody did something. What's happening? Oh, inspiration. Somebody is giving inspiration. I see 2 inspiration.
The murderer or one of us?
I see two 1d4 inspirations. Who are those going to? I'm just adding up to how many, like this was 100. They might be being added on to try to get somebody above a certain number that I'm not giving, but is fairly high. Beluga, who you giving them to? 1 to Micaiah and 1 to Erdnot. Go ahead and roll your
Thank
1d4
you.
if you want to try to boost up.
The worst part about this is that I
We
know
stuff what
for
our perception still?
Yep. There's a 17 for Micaiah and a 19 for Erdnot. Erdnot, you turn as Vidania is waking up and pointing, and you see a hooded figure hovering over Arik. And Arik is not moving. I need everybody to roll. Not everybody. Yes, actually, I need everybody to roll initiative, including you, Arik. Hold on, let me get you into.
wonderful.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me move you over to here. This is not where you're set up because I just like put you on here. I did have like, you know, we'll just say, you don't have to say that there are actually tents here, but hold on. Let me just get rid of these walls for the tents if you didn't set them up.
It's an 11 for me, DM.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, hold on,
I
let
forget.
me-
It gets put. It automatically gets put into the thing.
Yeah, let me get you guys into here. Yep.
Wait, oh, do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, that's fine.
Roll, apparently
If
I
it's
rolled
less than an 11, I'll give you higher. But okay.
Now it's 21 suddenly.
Right. All right, so we got Abaddon.
But I'll take the 11. I had rolled before, so I mean, if you wanted me to go with the 11, it's up to whatever you want to do.
All right, I'll switch it to the 11. There you go. And this one in. Okay. So, and then Gildan is here as well, right? We'll switch over.
Yep.
Okay.
Think with a nose like that, you'd be able to sniff out an assassin.
Well, guess what? Some people have plus 11 to their stealth.
Yeah, Zan maybe. You damn well know that if Zan was here, he would have seen and known that was coming.
Oh, dude, you look up and you're being stabbed to death by like a Negazan.
Man, his evil twin. It looks exactly like Zan, except it's got a little mustache.
But it's a shadow version.
But with a mustache.
With a
Evil.
mustache.
All right, so
You got me a roll for. Or no, I think he shares my. No, he gets his own
he
initiative.
does. Okay.
Because I'm not riding him.
Oh, right. Okay. So here you go.
If I was riding him, he shared the initiative.
That's the one.
17.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just inputting it manually. Okay, so you all are standing, lying here. Micaiah is still asleep. Vidania has woken up and has yelled. Gildan is up there with you, Erdnot, but you watch as there's another stab down from this creature into Arik. So that is going to be those 58 points, I believe. So so that is short sword. To hit, and that is 2 death savings throws down. And
2. Did you say 2 death saving throws
Yes.
down?
And
So I have to. You want me to throw? You want me to do
no,
them?
they're
or
auto
they're
fails.
already gone?
You automatically fail.
Okay.
And
It's not good.
she is now going to. Well, you don't feel anything. So this is happening. You were watching Arik being stabbed again, and then let's see. More than you know. Okay, just thinking. Give me 1 second. Thinking about how this would work. All right. Then she's gonna do it again.
I'm gonna do it again.
All right. This is a short sword. Oops.
Slides.
Yep, that's a hit. So, Arik.
Sorry.
The NC, you guys are watching very quickly, like faster than almost anything you've seen. Stab just over and over again, like thunk, 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 into the body of Arik. Doesn't even move. There's no movement at all. Arik, your eyes close as you feel the steel sliding into your body. The darkness takes you. That is 3 death saves. And then
She's taking us out one session at a time.
Then there's a quick movement, and they are going to disappear into the night, running and weaving in between tree trunks, very fast, like faster, at least twice as fast as anyone that you have seen. Erdnot, you are up.
Erdnot or Gildan? Because they
Both
roll
of
the
you,
same.
it doesn't matter.
Okay. I would have Gildan give chase.
Okay. How fast does Gildan move? 30 feet.
He can move up to 40 feet.
He can move 40 feet?
Yeah.
We have to update his thing. Hold on. It says 30 feet on here.
Giant boar.
Yeah, it says 40 feet on mine.
D&D Beyond stat block. It says 40.
Okay.
40 feet.
All right, I just updated it on here. Okay, so let me just do some math here. So he was... 30. Hold on. Okay, he gives chase. You see him bound off into the woods. So he is off screen, sorry. Spear. Okay, what are you doing, Erdnot?
Erdnot's gonna run over to him, and I will give him all my... stop. Nope. Pressing wrong buttons. All 25 points of my lay on hands.
Okay. You reach down and put your hands on Arik's body. His eyes are staring up at the sky, and you pump all of your energy into his chest, and Arik does not move. You feel like he is not cold, but his eyes don't move. And as you're holding on, like, you start to feel like to see any signs of life, and there is none. Arik is dead.
Damn it.
Next, anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Abaddon is going to, after all of this, like, it's now been a little bit louder, intentionally so. I'm gonna have her roll a perception check, since you did not try to wake her up. Abaddon kind of like shifts her body over and like is curled up, and she's like, ah, and she's still sleeping. Micaiah, you can make a perception check. You're right next to Vidania. She and her yell. So make a perception check, but you can. I'm gonna make your DC's lower because you are also a fox.
Okay.
Oh well, nat 20.
Now I roll it.
So you wake up as Vidania is standing up there. So you are awake and you see Erdnot hovering over Arik, and you can also see and hear Gildan running off into the forest in the direction that whoever that was that went. So you can hear twigs snapping and branches breaking as Gildan runs off. Vidania is going to she's only at half strength at the moment. She runs forward though. And I'm gonna have to make a come on, where are you? There you are. She's like aiming out. She's I'll share the roll. She's aiming out into the woods, and like it's almost like she's just about to let go, but then she stops and she's like following Gildan as he's running, and she's almost about to let go again, but she can't seem to, like, she gets frustrated, and then she almost steps forward another couple of paces. And that is going to be her turn. And then, yep, okay. Gildan's turn. As Gildan is running along, he sees the creature that he's about 20 feet behind at this point just vanishes in a puff of sulfur-smelling dark smoke. And as he runs through the smoke, he can smell it, like, enters his nose, and then he is running, but they're gone.
So excited, you said 20 feet. I'm like, oh, I can charge him.
No, they disappear. Gildan relays back to you essentially through your telepathy that he does not see or smell anybody anymore. They are gone. Erdnot, what are you doing?
Alright. I can't do what I want to do because I don't have the spell prepared.
Well, at this point, I would say, unless anybody has anything else that they want to do, Vidania's not going to go chasing like she might have if she had full health. We can drop out of initiative. Okay.
Yeah, and the person's gone.
All right.
Or demon, whatever the hell it was. Nightcrawler.
Okay. So,
Erdnot's gonna begin yelling at his corpse angrily, saying, "God damn it, boy! You can't sleep alone anymore!"
and Avedon at this point wakes
What
up.
happened?
Vidania steps over to the body of Arik.
Erdnot needs 4 minutes to prepare a spell.
Okay.
Micaiah's gonna look at his body, like try to figure out what happened since she didn't see it.
Okay. Make a medicine check, but you kind of come over and you see Arik lying face up, eyes open. I mean, you come over.
I'm too upset. Obviously, I'm way too upset right now.
I'm sorry that my
Dan
dead
died.
pulse is stuck.
Now,
No.
I confess my love to this other one. Now he's dead. Rick's dead.
You can see that he's
So-
been stabbed. So as you come over and step forward and just kind of like kneel down. Are you still a fox, by the way? You're still a fox, right? Or no? Or would you have dropped
Sure,
that?
I'm still. I feel like I would have dropped
Okay.
it, yeah.
So you come over.
I didn't say that, but I.
So no, she's still a fox. Now
As soon
she's
as I,
screaming like she's
woke
being
up
murdered.
and saw what was going on, I feel like I would have been like, whoop.
Okay. So you come over, drop down, and look, and there are. You guys don't sleep in your armor unless you're going to willingly take a point of exhaustion every day. So he's lying there in his sleep attire, just probably no armor. Thick stab wounds in his chest and stomach, eyes open, and you just kind of like touch his body, which is already starting to go cold. There's no movement, no breath. You also notice there's a lot of blood. And as you're sitting there, like going through your head, like, is he dead? It is a very clear yes, that Arik is no longer with you. And Abaddon comes over, like, doesn't actually come over. She just stands there. She stands up, and then is just like hugging herself. And you can hear her kind of talking to herself, like someone is talking to her, probably the ghost of Bob, and talking her through what has happened here. And Vidania just stands there quietly next to Arik's body, looking down.
Has it been 4 minutes yet? Alright. Erdnot's going to cast Gentle Repose.
Okay.
And so I put a copper piece on each of his eyes, and then I'm gonna wrap a piece of cloth around them because they can't fall off.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna throw a pinch of salt over his head, and his corpse will be protected from decay for 10 days. Right? Is it 10 days? Yes, 10 days.
Now we got a lot of favors to ask of this wizard, I suppose.
Well, wizards don't bring people back from the dead.
Well, who does?
Oh, now we have to find another the same cleric, whoever it is we would see. Vadratha. Good thing we found 2 diamonds. But
Yeah.
now we have another problem. We have to haul his corpse back to the city, and the assassin did not take proof of their kill. So we should be on guard for that.
So as Vidania is standing there, she kneels down next to Arik's body, and she picks up his right hand, and she holds up his hand, and one of his fingers is missing. Arik no longer has his ring finger on his right hand. And Vidania's
Son
like,
of a bitch! Okay, well, we only have one problem then. Is dragging him back.
Well, he's
Alright,
gonna
it's in.
hopefully be alive when we bring him back, but they're gonna think he's dead.
That might
that's a
work
good
in
thing.
our favor.
Might be a good thing. Not that you're dead, honey. Just wink at him a little.
No, he's dead.
he does not wink back. Because he is dead.
I mean,
dead.
not that we're glad that you're dead, is what I'm saying. It's not like a good thing that you're dead. I mean, he's dead, but
Now,
you know, his
Abaddon,
spirit might be looking at me from above, and I need to, you know,
I just like the idea.
dead body.
I just like the idea that the last lung full of air at that exact moment would have just gone like escaped my body as you said that. It's a good thing he's dead.
As your bowels let loose.
Yeah, I know, right? At least I didn't shit my armor. Shit in my jammies.
Abaddon is
Is there
standing
any-
over behind,
That's turning.
and she's like, "You all seem really calm for this. You seem really calm for the fact that he just got stabbed."
Well, he's still in one piece, and we have the means to return him to life. And now he is protected from decomposing for 10 days, like Dratha.
What if it doesn't work?
As long as we have the money, it will work.
We do have money.
Remember, we got 2 diamonds.
I can't handle all this.
But
Too much at once.
Vidania begins to, like, start to clean him. And she looks over at you, Micaiah, and she's like, "Want to help me?"
Yeah. I'll get his lower half.
Vidania's just
I
like,
love that it's now just me and Erdnot sitting in here. I just realized that he just went off the screen too. Pulled a Pat. What the hell? Oh my god. This is ridiculous.
so,
I would enlist Abaddon to get her mind off things to help me build a sled to put his carcass on top of and tie it to Gildan
okay,
so that he can do the hard work of dragging him.
all right. I mean, that's, if you spend, probably an hour or two doing that, you'll be able to do that, no problem. So, very basic, death sled, basically. Are you going back to sleep?
That's a very good question.
What time is it?
It would be about midnight. And it begins to very gently rain because that is what today's weather says.
I mean, we do need to rest or not. And as you said, the assassins believe that they've achieved their goal. I don't think anybody's coming back here.
We are not the targets.
Vidania looks at you all and she says, I only need 4 hours, so you all can sleep. I'll keep a lookout.
Gildan will continue his lookout circles.
Okay. So, the night goes on, and the next day comes. And you all, awaken to the next day. Arik still silently in his space on the sled, and you have a quick meal and then begin on your way. You think if you push through, you could probably get to Baldur's Gate maybe like 10 hours sooner than you normally would.
Push through the night, the next day.
If you travel faster, you will suffer a point of exhaustion if you do, but you could probably get there by going faster. Up to you.
Yeah,
otherwise.
I don't think there's. I think the quicker we can get to the city, the better. We can rest after we get there.
Okay.
Watch us be attacked by fucking murder bears or something now.
Anything you wanted to do while you're walking along here that day?
Or not just periodically swearing at the corpse for dying.
Micaiah is unusually quiet.
Abaddon summons Boris, and she's riding on him. Oh, I gotta see what he... Hold on. So, Boris appears in a puff of glitter and cuppy cake smell. And this time, he is this...
Puppy cakes?
Cuppy cakes.
Oh.
This time, he is a rose pink. And he appears and he's like, "Oh, hi. Oh, hello." And he gets like very, very quiet. And he's like, "Oh, Abaddon, you wanna get on?" Like, yeah. And she climbs on. And Boris is unusually quiet as well for this journey today as you go. Vidania is usually quiet, so she is quiet. She's quiet, and that's normal for her, so she is just being normal. Alright. Do I not have the long rest thing up? Oh, I see. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, you can take your long rest. Ooh, I get a kitty cat. Oh, you want to re-roll? All right. We got a Boris re-roll. So as Abaddon is riding on top of Boris, who's going along a little bit more quietly. He just kind of like his color changes to this bright violet, and he suddenly gets like really like a little bit kind of sassy attitude as he's going, and his shoulders are moving up and down as he's going. And Abaddon is like, "Can you like just slow down a little?" He's like, "No, I can go as fast as I want." He just keeps like going slowly, like he's a little bit more rough than he was before. Yes, the Boris sticker is a reroll of what Boris appears as. So, he's just got a little bit more of an attitude. And anytime you guys talk to him, he's just like, "No! Do what I want." So, you guys continue on that day, looking back at Arik's body as he's being dragged along. I'm gonna make a roll. How about one of you roll me a d20.
You want it, or do you want me to take it?
You can take it. Come on, make a good roll, Erdy. I
Nope,
should have done
I did
it.
not. You should have done it.
No, so you continue along, and okay, so you continue along, and there's a light drizzle coming. It's a little bit cold, but it's a fairly bright day. It's like overcast, but it's the kind of overcast where it's more like white clouds. It's a quiet day. There are patches as you're moving along where there are no trees, and so you find yourself in one of those spots. It's very clear. You can see that there's like another patch of forest that you do recognize coming up, probably, a couple of miles ahead of you. But in this moment, you find yourselves out in the fields, and looking around, you can see different animals off in the distance that are keeping their distance from you. Deer or deer-like animals looking at you, watching you go. Too far for you to, for Vidania to take one down or anything. But, and as you're walking, you all just suddenly see a shadow that passes over you. And all of you notice it at the same time as each of you, like Micaiah looking over at Arik's body that's being dragged behind Gildan. And you all look up, to see like what is going to be passing over. Vidania grabs her bow and has it ready by her side, but there's nothing there. And the shadow, the sourceless shadow, just floats over you all and then disappears out into the field.
Was it definable?
Is that Zan? Zan, is that you?
There's no answer. Nothing.
Like, is it just an amorphous blob of a shadow, or was it something that, cross-shaped, like it had a body and wings?
It was more of an amorphous shadow. And
So like an amoeba?
Avedon looks at all of you and she's like, that wasn't anything I'm used to seeing.
Maybe at another ice giant castle.
Ice giant castle.
Is anybody, let me see, are you skilled in religion at all? Nope. Proficient? No.
For a holy man, I have a -1
Yeah,
in religion.
there's nobody proficient in religion, so no. You just kind of get a little chill as you keep going through. And you make it through into the woods before the sun sets that day and set up camp for your second night, thinking you'll probably make it into Baldur's Gate the following day.
So we're setting up camp?
Yeah.
So you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Micaiah would like to take 10 minutes and cast a spell,
Okay.
and I'm assuming that she can probably find a stone, a twig, and a green plant.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to cast hallucinatory terrain.
Okay.
I don't know. You might have to update my thingy because I changed my spells when we slept.
Okay, 1 second. I gotcha.
Figuring we might have to stop again. Glad I did. Alright. Where is it? There it is.
All right.
Is it a thing if we die, we have to like get off camera and like not talk? Because I don't know if I could do that. Like I could turn the camera off, but like I'd
No,
have to
it's not a
literally
thing.
just like
I think
leave
it's-
because Liz knows she married this mouth and she knows it does not stop.
Nope. You don't have to leave unless you don't think you'll have anything to say. So.
Oh, I always have something to say.
All right. So you
You see that? Yep.
you are able to pull all of these things together and sit. And what are you creating?
You said we're like kind of like in an open fieldish type place.
Yeah, you guys could have stopped before you got into the next forest.
Okay, so I'm gonna make it look like it's like the side of a hill, like where we are is like this big, jagged, like, I don't know, rock formation or something. I don't know, something impassable that somebody wouldn't try to go on or into.
Okay. All right. So you set up this area and you guys sit down and make your camp. Avedon offers to cook things with her firebolt while she snuggles up with Boris, who's like, and Vidania agrees to again just do her 4-hour meditation and then stay up to watch, so she can do more of a watch than the rest of you if somebody else wants to go first.
Yeah, I'll go first with Gildan.
And then I'll go with Avedon. She's squishy.
Okay. So make a perception check, everybody. We'll just say I'm going to do one for Vidania. Okay.
13. Yeah, 13. Me, hold on, I'm gonna do Gildan here. And all right, 6.
Okay. So this night is also another is also quiet. You feel as though the illusory terrain that Micaiah made is very helpful. Vidania stays within this area. You do see some animals that just kind of go by. They sniff a little bit, look a little bit confused, but then just continue on, and it's a very quiet night. Did anybody want to do anything on this evening before you wake up and head along?
Nope.
Micaiah is going to just take her little fox wooden carving. She's been kind of carrying it around like in her hand or like directly somewhere next to her lately. And she's going to take it between her hands and just kneel down next to Arik and just kind of say something that Erdnot can't hear. And then silently just kind of gets up and starts like packing up. Doesn't really say anything to him about it. She's secretly mad at you.
At me?
Yes.
It's a secret.
This is all your fault. No one would be dead if we didn't come here in the first place. She's not actually saying that, but she wants to. Just because she's in grief, not because she really means it. She has no one else to be mad at right now except you.
We'll take it.
So, the next day, morning comes, and you head on your way, again, quietly. Abaddon trying to make a chit-chat with Boris, but he's being, like, very difficult today, and she doesn't understand why, but he is.
Magenta is not his color.
So you head along, and you finally break out from the last bit of forest that you remember. Like, this was the first one that you entered on your way from Baldur's Gate, and off in the distance, several miles out, many miles out, but at least before you assume before the noontime, you should be able to make your way back to the city, carrying Arik in tow. And this is where we will stop, with Baldur's Gate within your grasp. And we will pick up again on Saturday, because it is 10:45, and we will see where you end up.
If I have to put more roses up here, or not.
Those of you who are alive have reached level 8.
Oh!
Oh, hell yeah!
She's like,
Sorry,
she
Eric, I love you,
totally
but-
forgot about Eric now. She's like, we're level fucking 8.
No, that was Annie. See, Micaiah has not forgot about Eric. She doesn't give a fuck about levels.
The corpse,
Annie's like, yes.
the corpse of Eric's hand just goes.
I will say, Arik, out there, you guys did find, so, like, legit, I am not making this up. The investigation check needed to find 2 diamonds was 19, and that is exactly what Abaddon rolled while you guys were in the mine. So you have 2 diamonds. It is possible to bring Arik back.
Shit.
So, when that happens, he would come back at level 8. If the ritual is successful, he will come back at level 8. So you can also, since that is the plan, you can plan to have him come back at level 8. So, Just throwing that out there. So,
So exciting.
so a quiet
Sam.
session, except for the part where Arik was successfully
For the
assassinated
murder.
finally by one of the people after him. He would
See the
still
way
be
she
missing
said
his
finally?
finger.
She's like, I have wanted to assassinate that son of a bitch so many
It's
times.
literally been since the beginning of the campaign.
Oh my god.
No, it's true. I mean, how many times has he been like hit attempted assassination attempts on him?
Yeah.
I mean, there's two people and they failed. Like this, I don't know what this one person was, but they got him good.
I welcome you to discuss amongst yourselves what would have happened if you only had one diamond instead of two.
Oh Jesus.
Find a cleric that takes cash instead of diamonds. I mean,
That's not.
sorry,
That's not how.
I don't have
Okay.
I don't have an American
So-
Express. Do you take MasterCard?
This is what I would have done. If we only had one and he would have died, we would have gone back into the mine
Damn.
to look for another one.
Well. There you go.
That's the only option. I mean, where else are you gonna find a freaking
fighting
diamond?
those gnomes, but I don't think the few of us, unless like Abaddon like just fireballs into the entrance of the cave, hoping that it causes some sort of backdraft effect and just burns them all out.
I don't care. Micaiah definitely would have done that. There's no way that she would have just gone along. Maybe not. Maybe Erdnot mentality obviously would be different. She wouldn't have. She wouldn't even care if anybody came with her. She'd go on a suicide mission. She just
Yeah.
lost Zan. There's no way that she would. Nope. No way.
No, I don't think it'd be feasible to go back to the cave, but I think we could start knocking on the doors of the rich people in town, saying like, "Hey, you have any diamonds for sale?"
Yeah, she doesn't think like that. She's military. She's going marching right back in there. Mm-mm.
Well, on that thought, we are
I can finally fly now.
yes, there you go. And we are going to raid Deviants and Dice. And I don't think that we're going to be back on Thursday unless I do something random. I don't think that the next one shot for Anthology is ready, but be on the lookout. Thank you to everybody who donated bits and subs today and resubbed. We're gathering all of that up to donate to Nat Awesome's puppy, and we will.
I gotta break the fourth wall here. Word of the week.
Oh, word of the week. What's our word of the week?
Death.
It should be Rip.
Rip.
Huntsman.
All right. Word of the week.
He's not the only one now.
What is it gonna be?
Yeah, but he's the only permanent one.
He's the only permanent one.
Are we having
Let's
it be Huntsman?
Be Huntsman.
I think that would be good.
Yes.
All right.
I think Huntsman.
Word of the week is going to be Huntsman. So all of our local viewers out there who are in the South Coast Mass area, please head over to the Armory in Fairhaven, Tabletop Games in Westport and or New England Comics in New Bedford, and enter the word of the week, which is Huntsman. Oops, I don't want to close that. This week. And you can enter to win a $10 gift card at each location. Huntsman! And yeah, so we are going to raid Deviants and Dice. Deviants and Dice. I don't know how long they've been up, but we're gonna raid them. Let me just double check and make sure that... Yeah, we're gonna raid Deviants and Dice. And thank you to all of our patrons. There's going to be extra stuff coming up as I throw things up onto the Patreon. We have 2 tiers, just to remind everybody, a $1 tier and a $2.50 tier, and you get all kinds of extra stuff and homebrew items that we're using in our campaign, either now or in the future, character sheets and backstories and side stories and all of the and locations and maps that we make and all of that fun stuff. So everybody who's interested.
Bottle of players' tears.
Oh yes, bottles of tears. We will also have probably we will. Oh shit! Look at that, Darius Null redeeming the fun magic item.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the one I've been waiting to redeem.
Yeah. You can ignore
don't have enough for
Streamlabs, by the
that.
way. I don't know why it does that. It's very strange. So Darius Null with the fun magic item. I have to read what it says. Hold on, let me see what I put for the words that it says, because I have some specific things. But it says, I will include a moderately powerful but funny magical item from a pre-approved list for the players in the next treasure hoard. So, I will make sure that that treasure hoard happens, and I will determine what it will be. So that the game does not get broken. You can choose who gets it if you want. Yeah, I'll let you have that.
Micaiah.
I'll let you have that one.
Give it to your oldest friend.
Been saving. I guess you have, definitely. Because I don't make that one
give
easy.
it to who you want. I know, that's a really... I've been saving for that, and forever. Still not even there yet.
All right, so
that's
double
awesome.
check that they didn't go offline while we were talking. No, they didn't, as far as I can tell. Okay. Oh, you know who's getting it. That's a wink if I ever saw one.
Yes! Make it fun, make it fun, make it fun.
So
Can I get like a Boris Jr. or something? Something that gives me a Boris Jr. Because I would love that.
I've got my list. I've got my list of
Like
magic
a
items.
small fake
Can you
unicorn.
imagine the whole party has their own version of
Yes,
a magical
yes.
animal that we all ride? It's gonna be like a rainbow-colored armada, like
Yes.
marching to the next town. One on a pig, one on a donkey, one on a giant fucking rabbit, all different colors.
Yes!
It's a magical item,
Exactly.
so we'll see, and it's moderately powerful. So we'll see how it goes. All right.
Moderate's better than minorly powerful.
Yes.
I'll take moderate.
Moderate is it's between low, moderate, and high. It's right there in the middle, and it's pretty good. We are gonna raid now, and thank you all for watching. We're going to Deviants and Dice, and we are going to be back on Saturday for sure, Thursday maybe, and we will see what happens in the next session. So, have a
Good night.
have a good night, everybody. Oh wait, hold on. Damn it, I'm canceling this because I have a thing. Hold on. Sorry, I added a thing. And
Just kidding.
it tells stuff, and of course I come over and I had forgotten to take the Skype thing off. All right, hold on. Here we go. We're doing this. Let me see if I can make it work, or if I have to do it on the internet. Come on. Nope.
Raid. Lenny says raid.
What is happening?
Did we just raid ourselves?
No,
I'm so
no.
confused.
We didn't raid anybody. I canceled it, but it's because I'm trying to get this this other thing to work. So I want to start giving credit. I just need to like have it up somewhere before I do this. I should have thought of that and had it up on my tablet before we went live here. So let me just quickly go over to the thing. It's totally fine. Everything's just gonna slow down while I try to do it. That's fine. It's totally fine. It's okay. And here we go. How's this? There it is. It worked.
I don't know what's going on.
I wanted to give credits. It's the credits, so now we can rate. So, thank you everybody for your support. Now we are gonna rate.
Okay.
Oh, those types of
Yes,
credits.
actual credits.
I'm like looking.
Sorry.
I'm like looking. I'm like. I was like,
Oh,
I
those
don't
are
like
cool.
credits, like critties. Like I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, thank you so much. Subs and resubs. I've got everything that, well, other things should show up. It doesn't do the
So
stickers.
cool.
So sorry about that. But here we go. Thank you. Have a good night.